Game of Thrones weighs some of the biggest TV shows the world has ever seen, so it's not surprising that some of its main stars, including Emilia Clarke, Peter Dinklage, Lena Headey, and Nikolaj Coster, are among some of the world's highest-paid actors. We wouldn't know names like Maisie Williams and Gwendoline Christie if it wasn't for their iconic roles on Game of Thrones. Let's take a look at how much money the Game of Thrones actors made per episode. Maisie Williams. Arya Stark, $253,000 per episode. Maisie earned a whopping $253,000 per episode of Game of Thrones. Along with Game of Thrones, Williams has also starred in Doctor Who, as well as 20th Century Fox's 2019 X-Men film, The New Mutants, which accounts for her $6 million net worth. Sophie Turner, Sansa Stark, $253,000 per episode. Our beloved Sansa earns $253,000 per episode of Game of Thrones. Turner told Harper's Bazaar earlier in 2019 as she didn't mind getting paid less than some of the other GOT characters because she had a smaller role. She said, "Kit got more money than me, but he had a bigger storyline, and for the last series, he had something crazy like 70 night shoots, and I didn't have that many." Turner also stars in the X-Men franchise. Kit Harrington, Jon Snow, $1.2 million per episode. Harrington, who played the King of the North, was one of the GOT characters who appears in most scenes. The actor now has an estimated net worth of over $12 million. Lena Headey, Cersei Lannister, $1.2 million per episode. Lena Headey was paid $1.2 million per episode for her performance as Queen Cersei. Fox News did some further digging on her salary and discovered that Headey appeared in a total of 25 minutes in Season 8, meaning she earned a whopping $69,000 per minute she was on screen. Nikolaj Coster, Jaime Lannister, $1.2 million per episode. Nikolaj Coster, who portrayed Jaime Lannister on Game of Thrones, was also one of the actors paid a whopping $720,000 per episode. In addition to his Game of Thrones salary, much of Coster-Waldau's net worth comes from roles in films like 2017's Shot Caller and Three Things, as well as L'Oréal El Paris's men's products. Emilia Clarke, Daenerys Targaryen, $1.2 million per episode. Clarke, who plays Mother of Dragons, was one of the 5 lead cast members on Game of Thrones who negotiated a pay rise for its 7th and 8th season. Clarke's estimated net worth is around $13 million. Peter Dinklage, Tyrion Lannister, $1.2 million per episode. As one of Game of Thrones' lead characters, it's not surprising that Peter Dinklage earned one of the largest salaries on the show. Dinklage is the only cast member to have won an Emmy for his role in the show, having taken home 3 separate accolades for playing the youngest Lannister. He now has an estimated net worth of over $15 million, which is also thanks to his roles in films like Avengers, Infinity War, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and the Angry Birds movie.